Hey, how's it going? Good morning, my brothers and sisters. This is Brother Sergio. Wanting to share a dream that I had last night. I think it was about 12:15. I was falling asleep, and well, I seen something. Earlier, right? Earlier, I was looking at I was looking at Wiki on the charts, and it was up about 3% yesterday, and it just kept sitting there, playing around back and forth, and then I don't know, I would think it was about 12:15 or so. I um, I was falling asleep, right, and I seen what looked like a square black, like you would on your phone, maybe like a screen, right? It was completely black, and it looked like what appeared to be some type of like. It didn't look like a normal chart. I just seen a black screen, kind of like a phone screen, and then maybe some type of lines like orangey, more or less like candlesticks, but I didn't see green. I don't think I seen green and red like you normally see. I just remember seeing some type of like some type of figure, like a little line and with a bunch of little lines going through it. And I wasn't I was looking at that when this dream happened, and then as I was looking at it, I looked upward, and at the very top of the screen, I seen what looked like a white. It didn't look like it was. It was a white arrow, like it had gapped up, right? And I know that that's that's a thing. That's a thing like in the normal markets, right? Say in stocks or whatever. Friday the markets close, and then sometimes when the market reopens on Monday, due to the futures contracts or whatever, there'll be a gap from say this level to say up here, right? Whatever percentage, right? And so we know that crypto don't work that way. It's 24 hours a day. But what I seen was it being like kind of like what I drew here. If you can see, kind of like something like this. And I was focusing on that. And then all of a sudden, I see this. Picture this black. And then I was focusing on this. And then all of a sudden, I see this thing way up on the top. And the background was completely black, not white like this. It was black, and then this was white, like it had gone from here to there on the top of the screen, right? And so I just kind of wanted to share this dream. It was like a quick dream, and I woke right up. I faded out for maybe a couple minutes, and I seen that. And then something happened this morning too, and because I was trying to prep for this video, I was trying to think it out, like what am I going to do? How can I, you know, right? You run that type of stuff through your head, and so in the process, so back to what I was hearing something being spoken to me that was very positive, and I knew exactly what was said, but because I didn't act upon it to write it down real quick, I was waking up, right? And this was about 6:20 in the morning, and I heard a phrase, like a sentence spoken, and it was very positive, and I can't remember. I'm sorry. But I kind of wanted, on the thumbnail, I wrote down Joel, prophet Joel, I don't know, somewhere over there in Africa, somewhere, right? And I think he's out of Nigeria, maybe. And I was just looking up some stuff this morning about WikiCat, right? And then I haven't watched his video, so but I just included his name on the thumbnail as well as Pastor David. I guess Joel at some point, I don't know when it was, recently maybe, said that he's seen a flash, and this is not me speaking, this is something he may have seen, that he's seen $3.5 billion market cap on Wiki. And I don't know what the market cap is right now. I didn't look into it. But I know it's not nowhere near that. And then also yesterday I was watching David Ojua on a live video, and I watched him, and he mentioned WikiCat, and he mentioned Luna Classic, and he mentioned what was the third coin that he mentioned? I think it was crepe. For those of you in France that correct me, some guy said he was send me one of those mockery emojis, like, "Oh, you stupid Americans." So you don't know how to pronounce it because I say crepe, whatever, right? So anyway, yeah, somebody corrected me from France. It's crepe, and he wrote kind of like crap, and he doesn't. I guess he don't know what that means here. So, but anyway, CoinGecko calls it crepe or CREEPE, I think, right? And so I say, hey, that's the way they say it on there. But anyway, so I digress. Back to this. So Pastor David said yesterday that April we were going to see Wiki do something, right? And a couple weeks ago he had mentioned April that there would be a lot of selling going on, and then but he said in July that it would be sustained, that April would not be a sustained thing, it would just be people taking profits. But then yesterday he seemed to change his tune a little, I don't know, or I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but he said that April would be it. And being that I told you guys in the past that I heard the Lord tell me last year, or maybe in January, I think it was last year in December, some point towards the end of the month, he said, just as my son rose on the third day, so it will happen on the third day. And so I don't know if that's the Hebrew calendar. I know Passover starts on the 2nd in Israel, I think on Thursday. And so I don't know. I don't know if that means that crypto is going to go down first because Jesus went down to the lower parts of the earth first and then he rose, or if April is going to be, at least in regards to WikiCat. And that was pretty amazing last night that I seen that, I didn't get a figure. I didn't get a figure price point. I just seen it was down here, so right on the screen. And then I was on the top of the screen. I seen that, but this is black. And then I seen this white arrow, like from down here, like boom, like gap up. And so to me, that indicates that it's going to be fast move, whap. And so anyways, you take this back to the Lord. I appreciate it if you guys could thumbs up and subscribe or share. This is me just trying to tell you guys. And you know what, by the way, as I think about it, remember I told you back on the, I think it was March 13th, when I had I made that first video of WikiCat, and I told you I seen an Indian man with a suit on, and he said be advised. Something about accumulation zone or accumulation. I can't remember the words right now, but you can go back and look at that. It was on March 13th, I believe, and it was. And I came back a day or two later, and I said, you know what? I might have misinterpreted that. Maybe it meant that it's going to start dropping, and so we need to accumulate. Well, it went up, and then it went down some, and then here we are, right? So it was an accumulation. I think I heard people are accumulating or something to that effect. I can't remember. I didn't go back and look at that video. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. You know, I mean, can you imagine 3.5 billion? That would definitely coincide with what I seen last night. This thing just going from here to pop, you know, right? And so, yeah, brothers, this is me, you know, me just sharing. Today's, I think, the 31st. I think it's the last day of the month, I believe. Yeah, the 31st. So tomorrow and the next day, we'll see what happens, right? So, you know, yeah, I just wanted to share that. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Oh, yeah. Also, yesterday, and Brother David Ojua's live, he said, I don't know if it was around the 20-minute mark or so, he said, somebody asked him, what about the Iraqi dinar? And he said, and this is not me saying it, but he said, and they asked him, July? I don't know why. They said July or April. And he said, April. And it was yesterday morning, I seen a flash of the video that I made, where I made the video of no. See, I'm sorry, I'm confusing. He was talking about the dinar, right? He said April, but the flash that I seen was on Zion oil. The video that I made a few days ago, where I showed the rig and I gave a price point of $200, and then it was crossed out, and then boom, the 300. Well, yesterday morning I just seen the same, like the thumbnail crossed my head, like boom, like I don't know if it was confirmation or what, but I just think some powerful and awesome things are coming upon us, and so I just kind of wanted to give you what the latest of what's going on with me in regards to what I've been seeing, and I hope this is some kind of an encouragement. I'm very encouraged regarding Wiki. Hopefully you guys are in it. It's up, as far as I know, from yesterday, about 10% today, last I looked, but that's nothing. I'm believing that this thing is really, especially because of that dream where I seen it gap up, boom, you know, like it was down here, down low on the screen, and all of a sudden I see like a space, and then I see this white arrow way at the top of the screen. So I don't know, maybe something awesome's coming, and so this is just me wanting to share my financial advice, and so don't ask me for any kind of advice. You know, you take it to the Lord, pray and ask if you know, if this is of Him or not. I certainly believe it is, and so God bless you, brothers and sisters, and thank you for your support, and thank you for all your kind comments, and that's it. Have a great day. It's about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock on the 31st. All right, bros. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.